All right, we're on lesson 20, which is on the surface area of a rectangular prism. So the first thing we want to talk about is what the shape of the faces are. So in a rectangular prism, all of the faces are rectangles. If I count them all up, there are a total of 1, 2, 3 that are visible, but that's sitting on one, so 4, and then in the back, 5 and 6. So there are 6 total faces. 2 of those faces are specifically the bases. And then it says, how do you think we would find the surface area of this shape? So what surface area is, and I'm going to highlight that word, surface area has to do with the total area of every single face of our shape. So last year you learned about something called nets, and that's when you unravel your shape. So if I was to unravel this shape, I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have the top and the bottom. So that would be the net. So in total there are 6 sections. Those 6 sections would be the surfaces of my shape. To find the area, the surface area, we would find the area of each side or of each face and add everything together. So we can only take the surface area of a 3-dimensional shape, and it's all the areas of every side added together. So let's go ahead and do this for the prism that's on our paper. So what we have here, it's nicely set up and organized for you. Now we did this in your notes so that you can see how you should be setting it up on your paper, but this setup, this layout is not going to be there all the time. It's just a good structure to have you get in the habit of. So the first thing I usually take a look at when I look at my shape are the rectangles on the top and the bottom. So the top and the bottom are going to match. So remember, across from each other, they're congruent or equal. So I'm going to section this off to the top and bottom of my shape. I also have, if I'm looking at my shape, the left side and the right side of my shape will be the same. And then the front and the back of my shape will be exactly the same. Okay, so all of these shapes are rectangles. And remember, our rectangle formula for area is length times width. So area equals length times width. And I'm just going to write that in every box. Okay, so let's find the length and width of the top and bottom. So if I look, remember in a rectangle, the edges across from each other are exactly the same. So this top section would also be 3. So it's 3 by 4. So 3 times 4. And that gives us 12. Now the other question I have, the other thing we have to think about is I've listed this as the top and the bottom. 12 is only the area of one of them. So since they're exactly the same, I'm going to multiply that by 2 instead of calculating it twice. So 12 times 2, the top and bottom together would be 24. We're going to do the same thing for the left and right. So the left and right, I'm saying, are my side over here. So that's 6 times 4. Six times 4 is going to give me 24. And again, I've got 2 sides that are that measurement, so I'm just going to double it. So in total, my left and right are 48. And lastly, the front and the back. So the very front of my shape here is 3 times 6. So I'm going to multiply 3 and 6. going to give me 18. And remember, there are 2 of them that are exactly the same, so I'm going to multiply by 2 for a total of 36. Now, last step, because I want the total surface area, I just need to add everything together. So for my total, I'm going to add everything up. 24 plus 48 plus 36. Add that all up in your calculator. You should get 108. And that for the units should be inches squared. All right, on the next page, I want you to try that on your own so you can go ahead and look back at the one we just did together. So section it off, top, bottom, left, right, front, and back, and solve each of them and add them up. So please pause the video, try it out. When you're all set, unpause and check. Okay, so first I've got top and bottom. Left and right. And then front and back. And it does not matter the order that you put these in or solve them in. This is just the order that I usually do. And my area formula, length times width. So 12 times 6, which is 72, and I'm going to multiply that by 2 because remember it's the top and the bottom, so I'm doubling it. Should have gotten 144 for the top and bottom. For the left and the right, I did 3 times 12, which is 36. And again, if you, for some reason, were to put that as the front and the back, that's okay. It's just as long as you have all of these answers at the end. Just a way to help us organize our work. We're multiplying that by 2, which gives us 72, and 2 more sides. Times 6. So 18 times 2, 36, and then I'm gonna, right, and when I add them all together for my total, you should have 144 plus 72 plus 36 to give us 252 inches squared. Okay, that's all for this lesson. Good luck on your homework, and make sure that you're showing your work like we did on our notes.